Here's the Indian Springfield that I've been riding for the past week. I picked it up last Friday, July the 6th at Mom's Motorcycles of Manchester in Manchester, New Hampshire, and I've been riding it for a week. Today's Friday, July the 13th. It's a 2018 model. Everything is stock on it. Just want to give you a chance to see it. Kind of look at some of the features. As you can see, it's a beautiful bike. I mean, styling is subjective, I know that, but it really is a beautiful motorcycle in my opinion. You can see it's got that traditional balanced Indian front fender, the Indian war bonnet light on the front of it, big huge nacelle and front headlamp, driving lights, nice big windshield that really does a good job of deflecting the air. I'm about 6 foot tall, and the air completely goes over my helmet. No helmet buffeting whatsoever. A lot of chrome. That's the one thing I like about the Indians. This is a thunder black color, and it's got all the chrome on it. You can see the 111 marking for the engine. It's a Thunderstroke 111 engine. Lockable hard bags, which is a nice feature. Crash bars at the bags, crash bars in the front that actually kind of double as a highway peg. I can when I was out on the long rides, I could rest my leg up on that highway bar as kind of a highway peg. As the shifter does not have the heel toe shifter, just has the toe shifter. I think you can get the heel shifter as an option. It has the passenger floorboards here, as you can see, that fold down. Very nice big rider floorboards too. They're really comfortable. You can move your feet around it. And it's all, it's a keyless thing. There's a little fob here you get from Indian, and right now you can see the bags are locked, and all I have to do to unlock them is hit the unlock feature with the fob, and they just unlock. They're supposed to unlock. Not sure why they're not. But anyway, it works great. I mean, they lock. The bags are big. You get a lot of there we go. I just wasn't hitting the fob there. You get a lot of space in it, as you can see. I'll open them. And, I'm fully packed for this week. I got everything that I needed in these two saddlebags this week. And Indian does sell these bag liners that I use this week, and they help to get everything packed up. But they lock very easily. And again, they lock from, I know this one's not closing, I got these baseball caps in there. But it also has a button on the dash that unlocks and locks the bags, which is nice. As far as controls go, you got a big speedometer, the warning lights, normal warning lights. You've got a little LCD section of the speedometer that gives you a gear indicator, trip A, trip B, average miles per gallon, range to empty, and really a good thing, I think. It's a good feature. It has a tire pressure monitoring gauge. You can actually scroll through and see what the tire pressure is in your front and rear tires. Has a fuel gauge up here, as well as an electronic fuel gauge at the top of the little LCD display. The handlebar controls are pretty normal stuff. The start-stop button is right here. The cruise control, you just press it in and set it, and you can move the speed up and down by increments by just hitting this little button. It's very easy. High beams, low beams, horn, and the turn signals are on the left. Either left or right, which is similar to a lot of Japanese bikes, but Harley has them on each side, and this is a little bit different. It's about a 5.2 gallon fuel tank, and I averaged about 38 miles per gallon this week riding it. It's got a range of around probably 200 miles in that ballpark. But that's the bike. I'll show you a little bit more as we get out and get on the road. And one last thing is a pretty nice feature is the chrome on the front of the windshield is blacked out on the back, so there's no glare at all. to you as a rider, which I think is pretty good. You know, the badging is pretty big Indian here written across there. This is the black bike. It comes in red and a couple of different colors. The black is obviously the cheapest, just like Harley. If you get black, you can get a better price. And again, the Thunderstroke 111 engine, it's a work of art. It's a beautiful engine. It's all chromed out. It's beautiful, and you know, to me it has plenty of power. You know, some guys may think it's not as powerful as the new Milwaukee 8. I'm not really sure. I've only ridden the new Milwaukee 8 engine one time for a day, but it's a beautiful engine the way they've got it designed. One thing it does do is put out a lot of heat. It does. It's an air-cooled engine, 111 cubic inches, and it does generate a good bit of heat. Okay, that's about it. I'm gonna get on the road here and give you my thoughts on the bike, my likes, my dislikes, and hopefully it'll be helpful to you. Again, starting the bike is very easy. The key fob is in my pocket, so all I have to do is press this button. You can see the information light up here on the little LCD portion of the bike. Again, there's the fuel gauge. I just filled it up with gas, so you can see it's full. Right now, it shows this is the gear indicator on the left side of the display. I'm in first gear. And one good feature about this bike, you can find neutral very easily. If you're in first gear, just a slight tap up of the gear lever, and it goes into neutral very easy. I've got the range set. I just filled it up, and you can see the range, or maybe you can not see it, but it's 208 miles. And to scroll through the displays on the speedometer, there's a little button here behind the left handlebar. You just scroll through it. Now this is a tire pressure indicator, front tire and rear tire, and it's not showing anything, and it doesn't until you actually crank the bike up and get rolling. And then there's the mileage, 2,802 miles on the bike. I don't know how many miles I've put on this week. It's probably going to be close to 1,500 by the time I get done. This is trip 1, 114 miles. I'm 114 miles from Lake Placid. That's trip 2. I actually had 1,317 miles so far this week is how many miles I've put on it. There's a digital tachometer, RPM. It actually reads the RPM as you're going down the road. It's got an ambient air temperature. It's 81 degrees. It's actually warmed up quite a bit. It was like in the low 50s this morning when I left Lake Placid. Battery voltage, 12.6 volts. It reads around 14 volts when it's running. Average miles per gallon, I've gotten an average of 40.2 miles per gallon today. And back to the range, which is now 211 miles. So, you know, once the fob's close and you press this button, starting the bike is just a simple tap of this button, and it cranks right up. And I think it has a good sound. These are the stock pipes. There's no stage 1, no slip-ons, just all stock. And it's not real loud, but it's got a nice low, I think, kind of throaty rumble to it. That's not overbearing, and on a long trip you don't want anything really overbearing, so I like it a lot. So let's get on down the road and give you some more of my thoughts on it.